Okay. I just want to, because I was going on YouTube and I watch a lot of dog videos and stuff, but Candy's lives always come up. The thing is that she talks about people that come on to her lives and harass her. Yeah, she does get harassment. I can't tell you how many videos and lives I go a day that I watch that people get the same thing. But the thing is Candy harasses people in real time, in real life. So I want to know, what is the difference? And for you delusional Sugar Ray, Camellia, Alpha Mom, all of y'all, if you are real, which I know for a fact a bunch of y'all are not, okay? So you can play the head games all you want, okay? We know. Like this Amelia, yeah, she gets people on here that says stupid things. I will give you that. And it is irritating because it makes a lot of what she says, which it's not, and we all know, okay? Number one, the fake Darnell, it is not one person doing this, okay? If it's even a real person at all. Ignore the numbers. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Who cares? Stop focusing on that. Number two, why is it that she can get on here and get so much compassion from y'all when she's laying on her back in hotels or sitting on her butt in a library 24/7? But people literally cannot be minding their own business, walking down the street, and she will cuss them, she will harass them, she threatens them, and she throws them all on video. Why is that okay? Why is no one else allowed to exist on this planet? If someone explain this to me. Why is it that she's allowed to wear the military style jacket that she wears every day, but if anybody else wears that, she calls them out? Why is it she's allowed to carry a blue bag, but if anybody else does, she calls them out? Why is it that she's allowed to wear red ear dilly-majiggers, which she has several times, I've seen it, because her excuse is that's all they have, but if anybody else does, she calls them out? Why is it when she's begging on the street, if they don't answer her in the manner that she feels they should, she calls them out, even when they're nice? She will say, well, they were just being fake nice. Why is it that she calls other homeless people filthy, but she blows snot all in her hands and all on the streets? Why is it that she gets mad when people are smoking outside or vaping outside in the open air? She calls them out, but she gets mad when she can't spray 10 bottles of alcohol in an enclosed building on a bus. Why is this? Why is it that other people have to adjust to how high prices are, or they can't afford this or that, and they're doing without, and they're having to eat things that's cheaper? But why is it she calls people out when she can't go? And she admitted she had what is that called? Whenever you, oh my gosh, my brain just went blank. Membership, yeah, to a very expensive seafood restaurant. Out of her mouth, she said this out of her mouth. Why is it that it's okay for her to bitch, moan, and groan and beg for money to go to expensive restaurants, and she'll sit there and say, I don't want to eat fast food. I can't believe people's not giving me more money for fast food. Why is it okay for her to be so entitled and arrogant and godlike? And so you people on here that's calling everybody out and saying everyone is evil, so she can sit there and she can say that she's trying to be sex trafficked. I mean, please, okay? Use some common sense here, all right? She is not a stupid person. She's actually very smart. She is playing, y'all. She knows exactly what to say and what to do to get what she wants. And to say that she is a goody good girl and she's all this and that, once you go back about a year and a half and watch some of her videos, she was a pretty big party girl, literally. Just like the guy that came on the other night who was brand new to her channel, and he started talking about donations. and he was giving her advice and talking about shelters and giving her phone numbers. She was getting mad. You could tell by the look on her face, but she didn't call him out because she wanted his money. So why is it that that was okay, but if anybody else suggests her going to the ER, talking about resources, anything at all that could remotely help her in any way, she calls them out and she blocks them. So y'all can get on here and say this and that and agree with her. You are feeding her delusions. I don't care what I was going through in the past or what other people was going through in the past. My videos are on how she treats people and how she lies. Understand, she gets the check from the government every month, and she gets 3 total YouTube payouts, okay, 3 of them total, and that's on top of all the donations. And yes, she does have to pay taxes on those donations. I don't care what info she's giving you, and the reason why it's everyone else's business is because the world is supporting her out of our pockets, okay?
About the stalkers calling, and he said, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna get no calls tonight, huh?" And I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "I ain't."
Yeah, and one motel may have gotten calls, but it is her behavior that gets her banned from everyone, from everywhere. It's because how she acts and how she cusses people out, and she feels so entitled. If she doesn't get a huge amount of food on her plates, she'll tell you, "I'm not tipping the waiter or the waitress," and they work very hard for their money. She is just very arrogant, entitled, self-centered, just hateful and rude to the max. But keep feeding her delusions, okay? Not everybody that's happy and talking and walking and laughing and listening to music is evil. Not everyone that has their arms on a natural resting place on their car is evil. Not every dog that hangs their head out of the window is evil. Not everyone that wears any color other than white is evil, okay? People have the God-given right to walk around, to be free and happy, to walk and understand she is sitting in the perfect bench right in front of the perfect view of that lake. Now, she has been in the hotel for 2 days. I think some delusional person's probably going to give her money again. She may be in there for another night or 2. I don't know. But watch what happens when she goes back to that bench. I've seen her away from benches for 2 weeks at a time and go back and freak out because someone has the audacity to be sitting there. Okay? So let her feed you all of this BS because she knows she does. And like I said before, there is a video called "Yes, Candy, My Opinion Changed About You." It is a woman who used to be friends with Candy on the street about 3 years ago, has Candy on video and audio coming out of her own mouth, admitting she makes too much money doing this, that she does find cash cows, that she spent the money that was donated to help her get a car because she was mad because people didn't get her a new car. How she was talking about people being ignorant. Hey, if they're stupid enough to keep giving me money when I'm not doing anything, so be it. She has quit every job she's ever had. Why is she any better than any of us? I've been bullied so bad on so many of my jobs, and I had every one of my jobs for years and years and years and years. So, that.